Hello, everybody. It is the American Doofus Show. I'm your host, Barry Welsh. Don't be a doofus. Thank you, as always, for watching. If you're a subscriber, thank you so very much. If you're a member, thank you very much as well. Um, it's easy to be a member. You hit the join button down there. There are three different levels, starting out at $2.99. Help support the show and get some perks involved. Um, Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber, like and share. And starting off with Louisville, Kentucky, there was a report on the internet that there was a police action shooting in Louisville this afternoon involving a Black woman and who subsequently died. Um, it appears that was false, and it appears that the woman had committed suicide. And her last words were she was not going back to prison. It occurred at 36th and Jefferson. A brief protest arose at the scene, and then once they were told what had actually happened, the protest broke up. Um, of course, it remains to be seen. I just wanted to get that out there because there is a substantial head start on it being a police action shooting. And it does not appear that it was a police action shooting. Also in Louisville, Breonna Taylor, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear has said Attorney General David Cameron needs to release everything from the grand jury, and he needs to do it before Election Day. Kentucky needs the truth. Now, there has been an anonymous grand jury member that has spoken out and maintains the anonymity of their identity, and said that they brought wanton endangerment charges because they were never presented homicide charges to even consider. The only thing they were ever presented as a grand jury was wanton endangerment. So a little bit of news leaking out there. And then Officer Mattingly, one of the three police involved in the shootings, has given an interview, and just one little cut from that interview, quoting Officer Mattingly: "This is not relatable to George Floyd. This is nothing like that. It's not Ahmaud Arbery. It's nothing like it. These are two totally different type incidents. It's not a race thing like people want to try to make it." He's referring to, of course, Breonna Taylor case. And I brought that up because by saying what he just said, even though he's not saying that race played a part in the Breonna Taylor case, which you wouldn't expect him to, being one of the three officers involved, but nonetheless, he does kind of infer that George Floyd, actually, he does more than infer. He said it's not a race thing like people want to try to make it. He talked about Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd as being two different types of things. So it's not really an inference, it's a direct implication that George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery were race related. So I thought that was important to bring that up and to get that out there. There's going to be more and more information coming out. I imagine the officers are going to start speaking, and of course, a judge has ruled that the Attorney General has to release all the written records as well. The Attorney General thus far has not done so. Those of you that are regular viewers of the show, again, thank you so very much. And I've been talking about trying to host a summit to get people together, and I think peace summit might be a wrong term. So a summit for security. And I just wanted to talk about that again because I think it has possibly um, some major consequences to play if we can indeed make it happen. I will say that I'm not. Let's just say I'm really not overconfident. I'm not confident. Um, I've been hearing through some sources that consolidations and mergers and agreements, if you will, are being made among groups. And if you know if you're aware of anything like that happening, let me know, please. You can email me or you can go to the American Doofus page on Facebook. I do want to read something from Facebook page Unicorn Riot. Unicorn Riot is a live streamer, a set of live streamers, and they've provided some great coverage. But this is from a written article. There's a guy on the far right named Alan Sweeney. If you don't know who he is, we'll be talking about him coming up, or you can do a quick Google, and I imagine you'll learn as much as you would want to know about him. This is a quote from him. If any contact is made with you, and this is going out to, he was the leader of the Proud Boys at the time. They've since disavowed him, but let me get back to it. Quotation marks, if any contact is made with you, that's assault. If they take your hat, spray you with silly string, spit, push, it's assault. We need to have all our guys there before we retaliate, though, if we can. The cops aren't going to let us fight long. We need to inflict as much damage as possible in the time we have. Sweeney told the men online. And I want to read just a little bit more. They were planning a series of rallies down the northeastern coast in Providence, Rhode Island, and Boston, and in different areas. The first rally was in Providence, and it was Providence for Resisting Marxism, and that is a Boston far right based group. I don't want to read too much of this. Anyway, the Proud Boys were acting as security, and this is quote unquote according to the article. They crossed onto the anti-fascist side of police barricades and attacked the crowd. That led to several brawls between Proud Boys, American Guard members, which is a militia, and anti-fascist counter-protesters. Alan Sweeney was one of the Proud Boys involved in those brawls. He was caught on camera attempting to strangle a female counter-protester. So after the failure of the rally, Resist Marxism rebranded as Super Happy Fun America. That's the whole point of the article, because if you haven't heard of that group, you probably will. Super Happy Fun America. Like the absolute total opposite of what you would think of an extreme right-wing organization would call itself. So coming up tomorrow night, I've got an incredible interview coming up with a new guest that I believe you're going to want to see. I know you're going to want to see. It's a story that needs to be heard. It's a discussion that needs to be had. and I'm really looking forward to it. Um, Also, tomorrow I'm going to be keeping an eye on things, and if anything happens that's live, we'll get it out live. So do that kind of on every Saturday, and every once in a while we'll do a Saturday night show afterwards. But um, as of right now, I don't know anything that's going to be going on tomorrow. But that doesn't mean that it's still early, and I could be tipped off to something, or something could just pop off. Um, and then tomorrow night we're going to have an interview, as I said, with a new guest, and um, I hope you'll join us. Sunday night we're going to be live with Sunday Weekly Wrap, and of course with the interview with Chris in the last episode. Um, a lot of things to talk about on Sunday night, a lot of questions that some of you might have. So hope you'll join us Sunday night live. Do that at 9 p.m. And again, tomorrow night, excellent interview coming up. And until then, I'm your host, Barry Walsh. This is a show called The American Doofus. We talk about things that others don't always talk about, and got the best audience in the world. And I thank each and every one of you viewers, and I wish you nothing but an absolute blessed Friday night. And until tomorrow, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. If you've got somebody to love, hold on to them. If you don't, try to find somebody to love. It's a dark, dark world, and try to be a light. Take care of yourselves. Stay alive. Peace.